Let's start our lesson today. Grammar on Unit 11, the passive voice. We use the passive voice to talk about uh, uh, the things done by someone when we don't care who did or he does the verb. Anyway, the passive voice that mean the subject I eat mango, for example. So I am the doer of the verb. So this is active, not passive. The passive is mango is eaten by me, or is eaten, and it doesn't care. It doesn't matter if I didn't say by someone. So we change uh, from the active into passive by using the subject as an object of the sentence by object, and the object becomes the subject. So mango is not the doer of eating. Uh, on the contrary, uh, the action is done over or on the subject. The subject is not the doer in this case. It was really the object of the sentence. So we use the rule is to use verb to be according to the tense. We use verb to be plus past participle. When we have verb to be plus past participle, it is a passive voice. That means the subject here, it was really the object, or he is not the doer of the verb. The verb is done over him, over it. And we have here by someone, and we have here the object becomes the subject of sentence. We use verb to be the sentence in present, so we use verb to be am or is or are plus past participle. The sentence in the past, like I ate, I ate mango. In this case, mango, uh, past simple tense, so we use was or were. So mango was eaten by me. Okay? I will eat a piece of mango or a mango. When we have an auxiliary verb like model verb, will, shall, can, in this case, we use this rule. The model verb plus be plus past participle. So I will eat mango. How to change it into a passive voice? Mango, complete. Malik.
Okay. Uh, well, mango will be eaten.
Will be eaten. This is the rule of model verbs. The model verb, as it is, if it can, so we can use can. If it will, we use will. Plus be infinitive, like it is, and plus past participle. So mango can be eaten, or mango will be eaten. Mango will be eaten by me. This is the passive voice. The subject is not the doer of the verb. Now,
Mister,
yes,
will we like how to make a question?
I'll come again. Come again, I didn't hear you clearly.
How to make a question?
Yes, I was going to explain it. Okay. Now, do you eat mango? In this case, when I change this into a passive voice, so we change verb to be, verb to do into verb to be, according to the subject anyway. The subject will be mango, so we will use is mango eaten by you or not? So we use, if it do or does or did, we use verb to be. If it is did, we use was or were. If it do or does, we use is or am even. Uh, am or is or are anyway. So in this sentence, we ask about mango. So is mango. Okay. For example, do you أو مرة دي نقولها does Ali meets his friends at the club, for example. So when we change this into a passive voice, we will ask about, will change his friends as a subject, not object like here. So we use verb to be. We use are or is. His friends plural, so we use are. Are Ali's friends? Ali's friends met by him at the club.
Sister, we should say bye.
Okay.
Met him. That boy.
We should say, you should say what?
Bye. We can say met him only.
Yes. By Ali or by him. Yes.
No, no, I'm saying met him, not met by him. Can we say it?
No.
Why?
Uh, met and full stop, or if I complete by someone, by by the doer, by Ali.
Yes. We should.
Ali is the subject. It comes the object. So I use by before the subject that I change it into an object. So it becomes object. So we use by object instead of the subject.
Yes.
He explained here the past, but I explained both together. Past. Okay.
Okay.
Now tell me how to give answer to these questions. Change into passive.
Okay. Uh, men carried letters on horse. Horses are uh, okay.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay. Horses. Uh,
Okay.
horses were carried. No. Letters were carried by horses.
On horses. So letters
Letters were
were
carried on horses.
carried by horses. Graham Bell invented the telephone.
The telephone was invented by Graham Bell.
The telephone was invented by Graham Bell. Okay. Number two,
Mr. Green didn't paint the house. And the house wasn't uh,
painted.
painted by Mr. Green. Or
Okay.
okay,
She
she
didn't
didn't
water
water
the
the
flower.
flowers. The flowers wasn't watered by her.
Weren't flowers plural.
Yes, weren't watered by her.
The flowers weren't watered by
By her.
her.
Didn't know how to take this photograph. Was uh was this photograph taken by Noah?
Yes.
Okay. Did they read the magazines? Uh, was the magazines
Where?
were magazines uh, read by them?
Yes. Were the magazines read by them or no? This is why he put them in between brackets.
Why did they?
The answer is, available. Okay. Now you can answer anyway. Uh, the past participle of regular invented. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now read these verb and conjugation of the verbs.
Am is are, was were been. See saw seen, eat ate eaten, do did done, make made made, tell told told, drink drunk drunk, speak spoke speaking, meet met met, break broke broken, grow grew grown, fly flew flown, ride read read, and write road road, give gave given, write wrote wrote, write wrote written, send send sent, take talk taken, sell sold.
Okay. We know I, the subject, the object, me, he, him, she, her, it, you, we, us, they, them. The object and the subject.
Right?
Now let's answer this question. Number one, smartphones
Are you used to send messages?
are used. We know that verb to be is followed by past participle if the subject is not the doer. But verb to be is followed by verb plus ing if the subject is a doer and gives us continuous tense.
Oranges
Orange,
are grown because it's
in the middle, yes. Who is fit watch
who is fit watch word
worn by is
each
time
time taught in all schools. A pizza made for the first time in Italy. Uh, was pizza made for first time
before the car.
before the car was invented? People travel
Lots of modern
cars
cars.
that are sold today.
Letters were
Carrot. Uh, we as blade.
the project finished yesterday.
Was the project. Are music taught in your school at your school? Was music.
Is
Is music. Yes.
yes, is because we don't have what anything to refer to the past.
Yes.
Okay,
Lots of good books are sold online.
Sold online. Uh, German isn't
Spoken.
spoken. Okay. The parcels.
ماشي. Parcels
This
weren't
morning means in the past. This morning means in the past.
like the parcels weren't delivered.
Parcels weren't delivered. Yes, delivered. Well, the first email.
The first email was sent in 1921.
Yes, in the past. So, the wheel
Okay, the wheel was invented,
was invented. The book
was wrote,
was written.
was written. Yes, was
Was
written.
written. Okay. Lots of food was
Made.
made. Few magazines
Where are sold because
are sold today by news agent. Okay. Rahma's room
was clean.
was cleaned
Clean.
yesterday. Was cleaned. Okay. The listening, no problem for the listening. Uh, the car is a very important.
Invention.
A is a small machine or invention that does something useful.
Okay. Um, judge the judge
Gadget, the gadget, yes. When we have a problem, we need to find
solution
a solution. Why do people make inventions? Sometimes there's a problem. We want to do something and we can't. For example, in the past, it was difficult
to talk to people.
to talk to people who were far away. The telephone was
A solution.
a solution to the problem. So scientists
Okay. Invent.
invent things to make our lives easier. It can take a long time to make a new invention.
A new invention. Perfect.
Perfect. Egypt
Egypt is visited.
is visited by more than 14 million tourists every year. إيش بين ذلك؟ this house
This house was built in 1996
was built. A tree was planted.
um, by the farmer.
Who was this wall
Was painted by.
invented by? The news?
Where watch it.
No.
Is
Is
every
watch
day.
it every day.
But
Every day we are talking in the present as usual habit, yani, or as a fact. So is news we treat it as singular?
how? But
Okay.
news is plural.
No, is
News.
singular. Is
Yes. Yes. Yes.
okay.
Because
So
new is a like is an adjective, but news is the noun and the
yes,
plural.
news is the noun and is we treat it as a singular, not a plural.
Yes.
The beaches were
Cleaned.
cleaned yesterday. The pyramids,
Where are visited.
no. Yes, every day, so are visited, yes, are visited. But we can say were built. Okay. Uh, Noor and Mazen are talking about the types of transportation. Hi, Mazen. What are
Uh,
you doing now?
what are you? Hi, Noor. I'm reading. I'm reading an article about transportation.
Okay. Transportation.
Okay, what do you think the most important invention?
Uh, what do you think? What? What is the most important invention, and what do you think? What do you think the most important invention is? Okay, because
Because the car will change how we travel. Why do you think that?
I can say also why only. I will have the full mark. Okay, why or why do you think that? Because the car changed how we travel. Do you need any help, Mazen?
No, Mazen. Um, no thanks. Um,
No, thank you. The most important inventions in our life: the internet,
of
uh, planes,
course.
mobile, Velcro, Velcro, tuna machine, flippers, develop, laboratory, bullet train. bullet train ده معروف انه في اليابان. plan to do something, design, solve, notice, tunnel, hook, safer. Now you read them again.
Okay. Velcro, sonar machine, flippers, develop, laboratory, portrait, plan, design, solve, notice, tunnel, hook, safer.
Okay. The underground can move in a.
Okay. Ground can move in a tunnel.
Okay. Uh, uh, I uh, I began to record I began recording. uh, It can be same recording anyway. Recording. Yes, the same link. Hello, Lamar.
Hi,
Hi. The
I'm
the
sorry for being late.
the light. Okay, no problem. The light went out. Okay, no problem. It happens. You're in Egypt.
Yeah,
Okay. Anyway, uh, I I um, for example, Lamar. Lamar meets her cousins. Begin with cousins, Lamar. Begin with cousins, Luigi.
yes, mister.
Begin with cousins.
Okay.
Yes.
Lamar's, can we say cousins of Lamar?
Now, when we begin with the subject of the uh,
Cousins were met by Lamar.
yes, are met, we can by Lamar. Yes, correct. Now we use the passive voice because the subject here is not the doer of the verb, so we change it into passive voice. We can say also Lamar's cousins are met by her. Okay. Okay. Luigi, Lamar, Lamar,
Yeah,
Lamar met her cousin. Begin with
it,
Lamar's cousin, our cousin.
Lamar met her cousins. I will start with cousin.
Yeah, her cousins اللي هي هتبقى Lamar's cousins
Yeah.
أو
Lamar
begin with cousin. So cousins,
cousins did
no,
or met.
no. We use, when we change it into passive, we use verb to be plus past participle. Verb to be will be in the same tense of the sentence. If it is
It will
in
be
the past,
were
uh,
met
were met, yes, but because
were met
here,
by her cousins.
yes,
Were met
by
by
by by her, by Lamar. Okay. Does Luigi, does Luigi meet uh, meet you? Change it into passive.
yes, Mister.
Change it into passive. Does Luigi meet you?
We will say into passive.
Yes.
The Logi.
We change do or does into verb to be according to the tense, and we change the verb into passive past participle. We bring the subject, the object subject, and the subject and up.
Okay.
So
We will
the
say,
sentence is in present, so we say
are you bet by Lucy?
are you met by Lucy? Correct. Bravo عليك. Are you met? If it did, if it do or does, we use am or is or are. If it did, we use was or were. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now read.
Okay. Vocabulary. Key vocabulary. Machine. Flippers. Develop. Laboratory. Bullet train. Plan. Design. Solve. Notice. Tunnel. Hook. Saver.
Okay. Lamar 1 and 2. The underground can move.
The underground can move إلى dash إلى إلى tunnel.
In a tunnel. Yes. When would you?
Where you dash your skills, you can success in your life. Where your skill develop.
When you develop your skills, you can succeed in your life. Luigi, yesterday I
Yesterday, I dashed many math problems for my homework. I solved.
I solved my math problem. For I
I dashed that Ruqayya was not well yesterday, so I took her to the doctor. I spoke.
I spoke to,
No, I know us.
notice, but to speak to, talk to, لكن notice that. Okay, Malik, magazine article.
Magazine article, journeys, point, details, engineers, thin, useful, kingfisher, beak, history, geography, airport.
Thank you. Lamar, dangerous.
Dangerous. Photographs. Land. Without pull nature. Take. Talk. Quick.
So,
Truck. Road. Underwater.
underwater, okay. Uh, Luigi, teach, taught, taught.
Conjunction of irregular verbs. Present, past, and past participle. Teach, told. Get, got. Come, come. Smell, smelt. Find, found.
Okay. Laboratory is the place where we do experiments in a way. Scientists scientists or maybe science teachers. Idea, a thought or plan, develop to make something better or change over the time to the best or to a better state. Design, to invent and make something new, to design or to draw a building, so you do the design. Solve a question or a problem. Notice, something, notice, to look at something and watch it or consider what's going on and learn new things. Velcro, we put some sticker or label that mean like sticker, written something on it, like 100% cotton, for example. Velcro, a simple thing that you probably use every day to keep things together. Flipper means fence. fence اللي هو لو انا عندي هنا كده مثلا، مم، لو دي كده، دي سمكة فليها فن هنا وليها فن هنا، فدي اللي هي الزعانف اللي بتساعدها في الحركة على الايه في المية. آه، لكن فليبرز هي زعانف بس للإنسان صنعها مخصوص لنفسه. Flippers help divers to swim fast. So divers wear flippers, but the fin is in the fish itself. Fins help fish to move in water. Fin and the flippers. Okay. Malik, loud noise.
Loud noise, do research, keep ships safe, make our lives better, make noise. In fact, stay enclosed, working on long journeys, come back, spend time on, go into water, get an idea, send them, give more details, make something new, break easily.
Okay. Lucy, in fact,
Prepositions. In fact, stay on clothes in brackets, working on long journeys, come back, spend time on, go into water, talk about, thanks for, up to 200 miles per hour, at the front, come out of, keep together.
okay. To talk to someone, but talk about something. Thanks for something, but thanks to sometimes we use it for something or someone, but the meaning is different. Thanks for your help. Thank you because you helped me. Thanks to the new technology, to new technology, uh, بفضل new technology. Thanks to my teacher, thanks to my mother. That means بفضل. Okay, up to and رقم بعد منها يعني حتى ذلك الرقم. Per hour means every or each hour. For every hour or for each hour or per hour. At the front, we always say in front of, but at the front. In front of وزود ذا, but at the front. Come out of, it's there is another word, come out. Come, not come out of. Come out means publish. Publish can be changed into passive, but come out we don't change into passive. But come out of that mean get out of. Keep is a Lincoln verb. It's followed by an adjective. Go is a Lincoln verb, but go also has another usage. Spend time or effort or money on something or on doing something, but sometimes we cannot use on, but we use doing something. So spend time doing something or on something or on doing something. In fact, we use it at the beginning of the sentence, so this is capitalized. In fact, معناها في الواقع, and we talk about realities in paragraphs. Keep also is keep, as we said before, is a linking verb is followed by adjective. We say do research, do duties, do homework, do projects. Make is also a linking verb, can be followed by adjective or noun. So he used the noun here, but he used here an adjective. Make something new, make something better. Uh, but break is a main verb, so we use easily an adverb. We cannot use adjective here. Since that time, Lamar, nature's inventions.
Nature's invention. You might think that inventors always work in laboratories, doing research and solving problems. In fact, a lot of their ideas come from nature. Animals and plants are amazing, and they can teach us how to make things that make our lives better. One example in Velcro, a simple thing that you probably use every day to keep things together and is often used on shoes. It was designed in 1948 by George de Mestral. He noticed how a plant used little hooks to stay on his clothes. When he walked outside, he studied the plant and made Velcro to work in the same way. Another example is sonar machines, which helps us to find things underwater and keep ships safe on long journeys. Sonar machines used sound in a similar way to dolphins by making noises and listening for the sound that makes back that comes back. This lets them where to do to find something. Lastly, have you ever used flippers in the sea or a pool? You have they help us to swim faster and more easier or easily. The idea for flippers came from nature. Scientists study animals and birds like ducks, whose feet helps them to move quickly in water. So next time you're outside, look at the nature around you. You could get an idea for a new invention.
Okay, thank you. So they use sonar machines on sea uh, to make noise. آه، الإنسان دايما يعمل دوشة أصلا. Okay. The bullet train, Malik, the bullet train is a special train.
Okay, the bullet train is a special train in Japan that can travel up to 200 miles per hour. It's a very fast way to travel, but the engineers who developed it found that it made a loud noise when it came out of the tunnel. This was a problem, and the engineers found a solution in nature. A kingfisher is a bird that can fly very fast, uh, but when it goes into water to catch fish, the water doesn't move very much. The engineer thought this was because the kingfisher beak uh, it is very long and thin, and it goes into the water first. The bullet train was designed to have a long, thin part in front, like a kingfisher's beak. Now it can travel very quickly and it isn't noisy.
Yeah, that's why they call it bullet because it is like the bullet. The bullet is thin at the end and maybe wider uh, at the beginning. So it like the pig or the kingfisher or like the bonnet. Okay, Luigi Austin given a presentation.
Austin giving a presentation. Hello, I'm here today to talk about one invention I couldn't live without. For me, it is my smartphone. Smartphones were first invented in 1993, but very popular at first. It was in 2007 that they became really popular, and since then they have changed our lives. Firstly, I would like to talk about the problems. As we all know, they are very expensive, and they can break easily. Secondly, lots of people spend too much time on smartphones, and that's something sometimes true. When we are on our phones, we sometimes don't talk to people next to us. However, my understanding is that smartphones are very useful. I can watch videos, listen to music, play games, and buy things. I can learn what is happening in the area and what stuff is going too. Finally, they make our lives safer and more friendly. I can keep in touch with my friends and family. I can tell my parents where I am. I can take photographs and share them. I couldn't live without mine. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
الصوت عندك كان ضايع فرحت فأنا تهت معاكي عموما لأن كنت بدور على إذا كان في مايك تاني شغال عشان أقفله. بس الصوت عندك الساوند عندك مش كويس.
طب كده حلو؟
كده جميل كده beautiful.
Thank you.
اوكي. طب عشان اسمعك تاني لأن أنا بحب أسمع صوتك أصلا ممكن تقري لي دي. Hello, I am here.
Okay. Hello. I'm here today to talk about an invention which I think it is great. Also, lots of people disagree it is my drone. My first point is that drones are very useful. People can use them to study the land and learn about the history and the geography of a place. However, lots of small parcels are delivered by drones.
Yes,
This is quick.
yes, there is something wrong again. The voice comes interrupted sometimes.
What about now?
Okay.
Okay. However, lots of small parcels are delivered by drones. This is quick and easy. It is good for the environment too, because there aren't as many cars or trucks delivering things by road. Finally, I would like to talk about the bad things. Lots of people say that drones are dangerous. They can take photographs that people don't know about, And sometimes there are problems if they fly near airports. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you. Okay. Malik, I don't like that.
I don't like that idea.
I don't like the idea of carrying a dog. Number two, the
The
bullet
bullet
train
train made a lot of noise when it come out of the tunnel.
of the tunnel. Okay. Number three,
Tariq found a solution to the problem. This means he solved it.
number four,
Mistral noticed how a plant used little hooks to stay on his clothes.
Hawks. Yeah, okay. Lamar,
Dash is a material often used on shoes. Flipper.
flipper, yeah. Flipper بيستخدموها الدايفرز عموما. Number six,
Dash machines helps us to find things underwater sooner.
tunnel machine. Yeah. Number seven, that of birds help them to have their food quickly.
Um, Dash birds helps them to have the quickly. The beaks
The big, okay. Number eight, the subject of social studies includes history and,
and geography.
yeah, okay. Lama Aluji, can you give me
Can you give me more dash about your presentation? Sure. Can you give me more details?
uh, the radio?
The radio dash are so weak in remote desert areas. The radio waves.
Wait, okay. The
The dash is a place where scientists work. The laboratory.
library, okay. Number 12. Two,
To dash is to look at something and learn new things. To notice.
to notice or watch. To notice, okay. Malik,
Okay. And to what is to make something and change it over time. To develop.
to develop. Number 14.
The internet is the most important invention.
Okay, Lamar,
The internet. Oh, yeah, you should not spend too much time. Dash smartphones on.
on smartphones or on the internet. Toka,
Took a dash a presentation on smartphones last week. Gave.
give a presentation, okay? Okay, given a presentation, given a presentation means standing up and explaining a subject in front of, in front of a group of people, in class or in the company. A possible question from uh, a student listening. Can you give us more details? What do you mean when you say? Possible response from the presenter. That's an interesting question. Your question. Thanks for your listening. Pronunciation. Strong and weak. When we speak, we put more stress on the most important words, such as dates, main verbs, objects. So the telephone was invented in 1879. So I stress here, my voice will be louder on those words. Read the sentence, circle the weak forms and underline the strong forms. Number one, Lamar,
The people can use drones to deliver small parcels.
so we will stress on
Pe-
people
People and
can use
drones.
can drones
People and drones.
to deliver small parcels.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucy, the bullet train travels very quickly.
The bullet train is travels very quickly. Quickly, we will put underline and
The bullet train, the bullet train
and quickly.
travels very quickly, very quickly. So very quickly, weak travels strong. The bullet trains strong. So the bullet trains travel very quickly. Malik, the smartwatch, was invented about 30 years ago.
Okay. Okay. The smartwatch and invented and 30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Uh, I stressed. I put the stress on 30 and was invented the smartwatch.
Yes.
Listening,
Why, Mister, we put on was because was like not the main verb. It's helping verb.
but it gives me the passive voice. So it is the whole collection is a verb. The main verb is invented, but this is was invented, not invented. If I didn't stress on was, so maybe the listener can hear it as invented only.
But end up it made it invented only.
So اها قال هنا على المين verb yes was invented. Yeah, you're right. The smartphone was invented, so they invented only. Okay, and the date 30 years ago. The smartphone. Also, he didn't put the stress on that. Okay, but it is the whole the smartphone. Not exactly like that, right? Way.
Yes.
Flipper- Flippers are used in the C and the.
Do I read the listening part?
No, I think anyone can answer.
Okay.
Number one,
Flippers are used in the sea and the river. No pool.
pool,
Um,
river. So we need to read. Yes, we need to listen.
this is lesson 3. I have the
Okay.
importance of nature in modern inventions. Animals and plants are amazing and they can teach us how to make things that make our lives better. For example, sonar machines, which helps us to find things underwater and keep ships safe on long journeys. Sonar machines are used sound in similar way to dolphins by making noises and listening for the sound to come that comes back. It tells them where to find something. Flipper are another example that helps us to swim faster and more easier. The idea of flippers comes from the nature. Scientists study animals and birds, like ducks, whose feet helps them to move quickly in water.
It's not the same listening.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
the lesson is the same listening.
Exercise 3 on lesson 3. Exercise on lesson 3. General exercise on lesson 3.
I counted.
Okay, Lucy?
General exercises on lesson 3. Flippers are used in the sea and in the pool. They help us to swim faster and more easily. The idea of for flippers came from nature. Scientists studied animals and birds like ducks, whose feet help them to move quickly in water. So next time you are outside, look at the nature around you. You could get an idea for a new invention.
Okay, so flippers are used in the sea and the
Pool.
pool. They help us to swim
Faster.
faster. The idea of flippers came from
Nature.
nature. Feet help them to move quickly in water.
Ducks. Ducks.
Ducks. Okay. Uh, Malik,
But were designed to help us swim faster in the sea as ducks' feet. Flippers.
flippers were designed to help us swim faster. Okay. Dolphins,
Dolphins find out where things uh, by by making noises.
by making noise. Okay. The sonar machine, the same. Or an
Our end is a sort of plan, especially about something new. Imagine idea.
idea, yes. Idea. Okay, Luigi, you might think that inventors, are you there? Lamar,
You might think that inventors always work in laboratories doing research and solving problems. In fact, a lot of their dash come from nature. A lot of their ideas.
okay? Animals and plants are amazing.
Animals and plants are amazing and they can teach us how to make the things that make our lives better. One example is Velcro, a simple thing that you probably use every day to keep
Keep things together and is often used on shoes.
on shoes. It was designed. It was designed.
Yes,
It Right 48 by George Devestral. He noticed how a plant used little dash to stay on his clothes when he walked outside. Used little hooks.
uh, Luigi. The bullet train is a special train in Japan.
The bullet train is a special train in Japan that can travel up to 200 miles per hour. It is a very fast way to travel, but the engineers who developed it found that it made a loud noise when it came out of a tunnel. This was a problem, and the engineers found a solution in nature. The kingfisher is a bird that can fly very fast, but when it goes into water to catch fish, the water doesn't move very much. The engineers thought this was because of the kingfisher's beak. It is very long and thin, and it goes into the water first. The bullet train was designed to have a long, thin part at the front, like a kingfisher's beak. Now, it can travel very quickly and it isn't noisy.
The text idea is about the text is about an idea that came from
A bird.
a bird. The opposite of the underlined word problem is
Solution.
solution. What was the problem of the bullet train? What was the problem of the bullet train?
Anyone answer?
Yes, I need an answer.
Okay. Like it make a noise when it entered, came out of a tunnel.
Okay. A loud noise when it they come. Okay. What does the underlined word it refer to? I need an answer.
Uh, uh, the kingfisher's beak.
Yes, the underlined pronoun it refers to the kingfisher beak. Okay, Lamar, what does the kingfisher go? Why does the kingfisher go into water?
Um, why does the kingfisher go into water?
Yes, the kingfisher goes into water to.
Can you go up 1 minute?
Okay,
Uh, oh, to catch fish.
yes, to catch fish. So we can use to an answer of why, or we can use because sometimes. Okay, Luigi, how was the bullet train designed?
How was the bullet train designed? It uh, it is
The
thin.
bullet train was designed.
Okay. The bullet train was designed to have a long, thin pass at the front, like a kingfisher's beak.
Yes, yeah, or like a bullet. The importance of nature and modern inventions. خلينا نخلص paper, cloth, ملك.
Okay, paper, cloth, rope, scroll, science museum, exception, interactive, curious, skywell, wind catchers, uh, terracotta, Paris, uh, develop biplane.
باي باي يعني ثنائي. طائر
Okay,
مبدئي ثنائي السطحية يعني. باي يعني ثنائي. Anyway, scroll, school, script, tablet.
Mister,
Yes.
sorry, but can we stop here because I have a lesson now?
All right. I hope that you don't have a lesson now because I wanted to finish this lesson also. Okay. So we'll take another lecture this week, or at the beginning of the next week. Anyway, in the morning maybe.
Okay.
Okay. We'll tell you all what time because we want to have a revision on plus. See you.
Okay.
See you. Okay.
See
I
you.
have like exam at the next
Uh,
Monday.
come back again, please. Your exam.
At the next Monday.
On next Monday. On
Yes.
next Monday. So maybe they also have the exam on next Monday. So we'll have on Sunday on Saturday. So Sunday and Saturday, I will send you the time.
Okay.
Okay. See you. Goodbye.